like a complex about her body, or made it worse. So I already didn't like him for that. Um, and I also didn't like him because when I first introduced myself to him, yeah, this was shortly back after I came out as bi. And I introduced myself to him as a bisexual emo ninja, which I thought was the coolest thing in the world that you could call yourself at the time. And look, it was cringe, but his reaction was unwarranted because he literally took a step back and was like, "Oh, ew, you're a faggot." And like later, my sister came to me and like yelled at me and was like, "How dare you introduce yourself to him? You made him uncomfortable. He's uncomfortable with gay people and like that." Yeah, my sister learned her lesson from that, by the way. But like, so I already really didn't like this dude. Like, really didn't like this dude. And then one day, um, I guess I came home from school early, or I was home from school early, and I was in my room, and I was out on my computer, and I start hearing noises. I had my door closed, so I didn't know. I didn't even think my grandmother was home, and I suddenly started hearing noises. And I thought, oh, my grandmother's in the other room, and I thought my grandmother was like hurt or something, because I all I heard was like, uh, uh, and yeah, you can guess what it actually was. Um, and for a second, I thought like my grandmother was like in the next room trying to like lift something and was like hurt or something, and like so I went into the next room, and I heard it was coming from my sister's room, and I went inside, and I see him fucking her, and I just kind of got mad and was like, get the fuck out of my house right now, or like I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. And I found out later, or like later that night, my sister admitted to me that um he was fucking her without a condom because he doesn't like them, and that just made me snap. I was like, this motherfucker is in my fucking home, my grandmother's fucking home, raw dogging my fucking sister. This homophobic, toxic, masculine fucking piece of shit that gives women a fucking eating disorder fucking complex. I is raw dogging my fucking sister in the next room, possibly getting her pregnant, or passing her fucking STDs. And I just started seething, and I was like, why didn't I kick his ass while he was still in the house? I was like, oh, I should have fucking kicked his ass. I should have fucking knocked his fucking teeth out. And like, and by the way, I do recognize that all of this was from a very misguided, um, uh, uh, uh overprotective, uh, 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 aspect of toxic masculinity that I was experiencing. Like, I recognize that. But like in the moment, I felt super justified, and I thought about it all night, and I thought about the next day as I was getting ready for school. And I was like, when I see him, I'm gonna knock his fucking teeth out. And I saw him, and I went up to him, and instead of punching him in the face, I punched him in the shoulder as hard as I fucking could. I was just like, fuck you. And I just like walked away. Or I think I might have even said something like, if you got my sister fucking pregnant or something, I'm gonna fucking kill. Like, I don't know what I said. I probably like, I probably said some stupid macho bullshit. But yeah, that I actually got in trouble for. And I remember being like, I was like taken aback. I was like, why would I get in trouble for this? What? He fucked my sister. I have a right to punch him, right? My sister is my property. I, as the man of the house, have a duty to protect her from men. And if a man lays his filthy mitts on her, I have the right to assault him. I I thought that was I thought that was justified. All right, I was a dumb kid. But yeah, then that was not nearly as bad as the other two times. I actually probably really hurt those other two people. But that dude, like that was like a weak ass like little fucking shoulder punch. Like that was nothing. But I got in trouble for that and I got suspended for that. And they're like, "Well, you can't punch someone." And like